Prime Video's The Summer I Turned Pretty is coming to an end with a final film, but the streamer already has the perfect replacement with one of their upcoming TV shows. Based on Jenny Han's books, The Summer I Turned Pretty became an absolute phenomenon, ranking among Prime Video's most popular TV shows. The finale of The Summer I Turned Pretty premiered in September 2025, with news that the story would end with a feature film. Since then, fans have been longing for another book or show that could fill in the gaps. There are many books like The Summer I Turned Pretty to choose from. However, not as many TV shows scratch that itch. Luckily, one of the most exciting upcoming romance TV shows based on a book will be the perfect replacement. Prime Video will adapt Every Summer After by Carly Fortune custom image by Amanda Bruce. In July 2024, Variety announced that Every Summer After by Carly Fortune would be adapted into a TV show titled Every Year After. The debut novel was wildly popular upon its release, landing on the New York Times bestseller list, and it found a second life on Book Talk. The book follows Persephone, Percy, Fraser and Sam Florek, two young people experiencing first love together across 6 summers in the beachside town of Barry's Bay. Unfortunately, their relationship falls apart. A decade later, she's brought back to the town, leading her to contemplate whether she can rekindle a romance with her lost love. The Prime Video series will star Sadie Soverell, Saltburn, and Matt Cornett, High School Musical, the series, as Percy and Sam. These two will be supported by actors Aurora Perrineau, Cows, Abigail Cown, Fate, The Winx Saga, Michael Bradway, Marked Men, and Joseph Chiu, Fear Street, Prom Queen. Between the first loves, the summer romances, and the beachside town, Every Summer After is a must-read for anyone who loved The Summer I Turned Pretty, and the show is bound to be the perfect replacement. Percy is a more likable main character than Bella Credit, Moviestills DB. Every Summer After's Percy is, by and far, a more likable main character than The Summer I Turned Pretty's Belly. However, that comes down to Percy's ability to own her mistakes. As characters, they have pretty similar personalities. Both Percy and Belly are messy young women just trying to navigate the world as best they can and making impulsive, selfish, and sometimes bad decisions in the process. However, the key difference is that Belly doesn't seem to realize how her actions are impacting the people around her, while Percy reflects on her mistakes. When she returns to Barry's Bay, she understands she was a foolish 18-year-old who made a really hurtful decision that led to the breakup. I won't provide any further details so as not to spoil potential readers and viewers. However, a decade has passed since then, which is a key difference between Percy's story and Belly's story. Ultimately, I imagine Percy to be in a place that Belly might be when she's further removed from the events of The Summer I Turned Pretty. Every Year After's first love story is just as compelling as The Summer I Turned Pretty. One of the most exciting parts of the Prime Video show is that each potential relationship made sense in a way. Every character in The Summer I Turned Pretty felt realistically flawed, and each pairing had its issues. There was no single obvious answer to whether two characters belonged together or not because it changed from season to season. The decision to write them in this way made the romances in The Summer I Turned Pretty extremely compelling. Everyone picked a side, and most had a decent reason to justify their choice. Luckily, if the show follows the book, Every Year After will be just as compelling as The Summer I Turned Pretty in the romance department. Percy and Sam aren't simple characters with simple stories. They're complex and very flawed, both as individuals and as a couple. The fandom of the novel already debates who is the villain of the story, the mistake that broke them up, and whether Sam and Percy should be together. The TV show will undoubtedly add to this. Every Year After's timeline and setting is similar to The Summer I Turned Pretty. The other part of Every Year After that makes it the perfect replacement for The Summer I Turned Pretty is the setting and timeline. The Summer I Turned Pretty takes place over the summers, when Belly goes to Cousins Beach with her family. The story spans many years rather than just a single summer, which means the characters change a lot throughout the story. Similarly, Every Year After will feature the same timeline and setting as the book Every Summer After. The bulk of the romance will take place across 6 summers in the beachside town of Barry's Bay. The present-day story of Percy's return will unfold over the course of 1 week, during which she'll get the chance to make things right with Sam. The Summer I Turned Pretty and Every Year After will both have the perfect summer, first love feeling that's popular with romance fans. What's more, the beach setting will allow audiences to escape into Barry's Bay just like they did with Cousins Beach. With The Summer I Turned Pretty TV officially over and a wait for the feature film, fans will be eager to start a new series with the same feelings. The good news is that Amazon MGM Studios updated fans on Instagram on July 17, 2025, offering first looks at the cast and confirming that Every Year After is actively in production. We haven't received any updates about whether filming has wrapped. However, if they wrap within the next month or two, we could feasibly see every year after on our TV screens as early as fall 2026. In the meantime, it's the ideal time to read Every Summer After by Carly Fortune or rewatch The Summer I Turned Pretty.